Guys, what is up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my first official video after the introduction, but I'm super hyped about this, although I will keep this one short and simple. We already saw the speedrun of me following Brackeys tutorials and doing some basic changes, modifications and such things in both Unity and C#. I suppose many of you already know this, but in his tutorials you make a really simple game. But since this is my first game, I'm really super excited with the progress and learning some both C# and Unity basics. I haven't really thought about what I'll use for learning after I finish Brackeys tutorials, but I'll probably be posting on a daily basis until I finish them, and then after finishing the tutorials, I don't know, it really depends on what I find, but I'll try to keep uploads 3 times a week at least, since it isn't really complicated to edit this. I'm really keeping it simple at the beginning. So without further ado, let's show you the progress that I have made so far. This is the scene in which I was making my game. As you can see, I didn't really download any assets to change the textures of the player, of the track or obstacles. I just worked on setting the camera, as you can see, to follow the cube or the player. And I just made a really basic setup for these obstacles. I didn't really, as you can see, work too hard on them. There are just a few of those, but I can really work on them anytime, just like this, you know, duplicating them, positioning them in any way I want to. But we really kept it simple with this one. In C# we did some basic coding. In this C# part we just made the collisions happen, if I can put it that way. So when the player hits the obstacle, they crash, they collide, they push each other away. In this one we just set the camera follow the player, we tag the transformer the position of the player and put the vector 3 offset, in which we position the camera behind the player. Really, we chose any position we wanted to. I can change it at any time, but I don't really see any need to do so. I'll keep it the way it is right now. And in here we set the player movement. As you can see, we use the forward force. I mean, it's really self-explanatory, but we use the forward force for the speed that the player is going forward, and sideways force for the force that we turn left and right for dodging the obstacles. We tagged it with forward force and sideways force, so we don't have to put the times in every single time we mention them. We just put sideways force or forward force, and you can even put the minuses in front of these tags, even though they are not numbers, which is really great. We also put this to make it really better for turning left and right and for going forward, to really optimize the speed. We use the input get key, although it isn't really the best input to use under fixed update, but I mean, just like I told you, these are just pure basics of Unity and C#, so I'm happy with that right now. And yeah, that is basically it. If you have any suggestions for the game, if you want me to make any modifications or have any tutorials to recommend me in the future that I can use to make any new games or anything like that, please make sure to comment. And if you have any ideas for how I could optimize my videos, please put that in the comment. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.